Coach, let's just start. How did Florida go in your mind?
Wow, Florida was like two different teams at times. We came out and had a good first game, and then we went through a stretch where we just didn't get the big hit. I think we got shut out about three times. And defensively, we weren't in the game. We were thrown to the wrong bases a few times, dropped a couple fly balls that we shouldn't have. We just didn't perform up to our standards. And then all of a sudden, midweek we had that day off, and then we came back after that day off, and we looked like a whole different team. I don't know if we were accustomed to the changes and we had a couple days to settle in, but our last four games down there, we were very good defensively, and our pitchers, snapped back. Cornejo went that the day after our day off, we had one game, and she threw a shutout, an 8-inning shutout. And we went back with her the next night, and she threw another 8-inning shutout. And then Spencer followed that up with a good game, and Ramirez. So it was kind of like two different teams on that trip. We had a really poor team for a few games and a really, really good team for a few games. Ended up 5-4, which we weren't really overly happy with. But after the start we had it, we were 1-4 at one time, so it finished well. But I think the age of our team, and we were starting 4 or 5 freshmen in some of those games, and I think Division II softball was kind of an eye-opening experience. And when you're on the road like that, and you're playing so many times back to back to back, 6 games in 2 days, it can be tough mentally. And I think they learned a lesson of how to prepare and how to get ready for a game, and they need to be intense and not just enjoying the weather and happy that they're in Florida, but we got a softball game to play, and hopefully we're a lot better team now because of that trip.
Conference opener now coming tomorrow and then Friday too, but do you feel this team now has righted the ship just in time, do you think, or is ready to go?
I hope so. We'll find out tomorrow. It's unfortunate we have to start the conference season with Augie because they're perennially one of the top 2 teams in the region. They're a very, very good team, and I guess we'll find out right away. We're well rested. We had a good practice yesterday, and we practiced again today. Cornejo's had a good time off, with her, in her arm situation, coming off her surgery and stuff. We just have kind of determined that she's going to be able to give it all she has, and maybe have to sit out a little bit because her recovery time is just a long time. But starting with Augie and the team that they have will be a good test right away, and I hope we can get it done against them.
So are you looking as Cornell to be your ace, or is it Phil Spencer in that one?
Well, I'm looking at them both to be real good. I think Spencer will be able to pitch a lot more often. Cornejo is a bulldog, and like if your team has lost a couple games in a row or whatever, she wants the ball. She wants to give her everything she's got to the team. It's just that sometimes she can't. And if it was a one-game playoff, we'd definitely put her in the circle. But Spencer can be really good too. She throws a lot of ground balls. She's got a great hard drop, and your defense has to back her up. Cornejo might strike out a few more people and get a lot of flyouts and stuff like that. But I have confidence in both of them.
So a little more pep in the player steps, knowing that they're opening at home.
I think so. Yeah, they're fired up about it. Sometimes in Minot you play out at the complex on the dirt, and sometimes you play on the turf, and it's early. Our dirt's a little soft out there and stuff, so we're playing on the turf, and our girls love playing on turf. And then, of course, you got the video scoreboard, and you got the music and the introductions and all that. They're just fired up and ready to play at Herb Parker Stadium, so that's good.
How about run production offensively? A team like Augustana right away, what do you strategically try to change things at all? Just trying to scrape out runs, or how do you try to face that?
Well, we're going to try to get ahead first. They get to bat first in the first inning. If we can get them out 1, 2, 3, or hold them from without scoring. A lot of times that team that scores first ends up winning, and Jordan Grant is such a huge part of our game, and she always gets to start the game for us. If she gets on base, there's a great chance she's going to score, because even if she gets a bunt or a walk or anything, it's a double, because she's that fast. And then, of course, our 2, 3, 4 hitters are our best hitters. So we want to jump out and get ahead right away if we can, and then just try and play add-on from there. Like I said, in Florida, we had some trouble scoring runs, and we had bad at bats, and our younger girls were swinging at pitches that weren't strikes. We weren't disciplined, and I think we've learned our lesson. So hopefully we can come up and battle them. But Augie's got two great pitchers. You know, the Pickett girl, left-hander, is very good with a deadly changeup. And then their number 3 starter last year, I can't remember her name, but she's a taller blonde girl that can really pitch well at times too. So they're going to have 2 quality pitchers just like we will. So it's going to be a matter of who can scratch out some runs. And if Grant can get on base for us 2-3 times, and our 2-3-4 can produce, because, you know, 6, 7, 8 in our team, you know, if we get some runs out of them, that's great. But expectations on those girls aren't as high as it is with Cowden and Burdette and Ashley Hill. Those girls have been through the wars now, and they're great hitters. So hopefully they can do some damage tomorrow.